Hare Krishna, can somebody confirm we are able to hear Maharaj?
No, Prabhuji.
Yeah, 1 second.
It's cracking.
Can somebody confirm you are yes. Hare Krishna.
The voice is echoing, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Yes, now it's clear.
Welcome. Very long button on this. Each Gita.
Because it was that in Indian times, that was important. Mistake. Both study and both legal. Third is sharp thinking. For wherever we is with the that is very demanding, very auspicious, very transcendental, and it's full of devotion. What is for our Bhagavad Gita is for our Bhagavad Gita is our our advantage. So Krishna is pouring on his heart, felt feelings for our for this for the beginning entities. So let us to the teachings of Bhagavad Gita, that is a good so the class wise disturbed. We see the that Duryodhana is disturbed. We see Arjun is disturbed because the class Arjun and Duryodhana is thinking, I am Pandava and they are Kaurava. But Krishna is making sure in the second chapter that we are Pandava, we are Kaurava. We are the school. As soon as we are thinking ourselves, I am this body, we will be disturbed. In the third chapter of Bhagavad Gita, we will see that how Krishna will show us who are our dear enemies. But chapter Arjun's disturbed because he thinks that he is Pandava and Kaurava something. Krishna is saying, my dear Arjuna, you are not Pandava, you are the soul, Atma. And Kaurava the real enemy, I will tell you in the third chapter is Ramakrishna. Ishwar. So as long as we think that Kaurava is our enemy, Pandava is our enemy, we think that the Chinese are the enemy, the Pakistanis are our enemy, the Russians are, the Ukrainians are our enemy, the Palestinians are our enemy. So we are always disturbed. The real enemy is not outside, the real enemy is inside, and this is what Krishna is. This is what Krishna is teaching in Bhagavad Gita. So let us dive into the third chapter of Bhagavad Gita. And third chapter is the Karma Yoga. And so before I will the third chapter, what Krishna emphasizes in the third chapter is very good source of inspiration. One of the lady, Mahatma Gandhi ji, he said, Swamiji, my son is a lot of slaves. Mahatma Gandhi said, oh, your son is doing for slaves. Please come after 7 days. And the lady comes, and Mahatma Gandhi will be sleep. Oh my God. You should not eat sweet. And that's wrong. The lady said, these people said 7 days ago, you should save my money, my energy, and my time. But Gandhiji said, 7 days ago, even I was eating sweets. So, whatever I speak will not make much impact. So, as for 7 days, I did not eat. And when I did not eat, and then I say I have a power. So, in this way, I will, when I tell what I do, it will have an impact. So, what we require today is a source of inspiration, and that source of inspiration we get when we have a good example when we follow it in our life. We walk our talk and talk our talk. That makes an impact. Today, everybody is speaking and everybody is doing, but they tell something, do something, and think something. That's why they are disturbed and they are disturbing others. We should speak, do, and speak So Archavan, Kapani and Karni should be the same. Haridas Thakur and Sanatan Goswami were together. Sanatan Goswami said, Namacharya Goswami. In these people, some people do have good achievement, but they don't have good prachar. And some people have good prachar, but they don't have good achievement. Some people are good in their conduct, but they are not good in preaching. Some people are good in preaching, but they are not good in conduct. But Namacharya was that we are good in conduct and good in preaching. That's why people are qualified to be the spiritual master of every human being in this world. So today there's so much information to become how to become fat, how to become thin, how to become tall, how to become short, how to become actor, how to become director, how to become superstar, how to become paramahansa, how to be. Information is there, but what we require is an inspiration, and that source of inspiration is what everybody's looking for. For better understanding, that's what Krishna emphasizes in this chapter. But for better understanding and easy assimilation of the subject matter, we have the session in the following lines. In phase one, Arjuna continues, "Oh Krishna, you say that for getting divine knowledge, we have to avoid all the horrible acts. So I will avoid all the horrible acts and go to the forest. Why are we emphasizing on, in this drastic warfare?" And question will be answered by Krishna in slok 3 to 9. Later on, we go for phase 3, 10 to 16. Krishna says we should help everybody to get into yajna by step. And phase 4 is 17 to 35. And then phase 5, we see why we know everything, what is right and what is wrong, but still we do wrong. Who is the reason? Who is our real enemy? So the greatest enemy. So Krishna is. So let us dive into the third chapter, Bhagavad Gita, wherein Arjuna is still trying to avoid what Krishna wants to do, avoid the plan of Krishna. That's why he's still confused and disturbed. अर्जुनवाच जायसि चेत कर्मणा ते मत्त बुद्धिर्जनार्दन तत्किं कर्माणि घोरे मां नियोजयसि केशव. Oh Krishna, you are killer of Keshi the demon. Oh, you are not the killer of the relatives, friends, and spiritual master. Oh Krishna, you are Janardana. You are the caretaker of the Jana, the living entities, not the killer of the living entities, Jana Mardana. Why are you now wanting to me to engage in this ghastly warfare? If you think that intelligence is better than forgiveness, why are you indulging me in this ghastly warfare? Why, for getting this divine knowledge, you said that we can get it. We have to avoid all the ghastly activities. Then, if that is the case, I'm going to the forest and I will just meditate and stay away from this ghastly warfare, and I will I will get this divine knowledge. But why into this warfare? I don't want to kill my
मला ऐकायचंय
friends and relatives and teachers.
मला ऐकू येत नाही मला
मिश्रेण एव वाक्येन बुद्धिं मोहया शिवमेतदेकमेव निश्चित्य येन श्रेयो अहम् आप्नुयाम्. Krishna says, no, I am not telling two things. I am saying only one thing. You get this divine knowledge. But you say that you avoid the ghastly activities, and but you are saying that you should also get the divine knowledge. You should also fight, and gradually you will get the divine knowledge. I am not understanding whether I should fight or whether I should study. You are confusing me whether I should study or I should fight. Krishna is saying, no, Arjuna, no. The point Krishna is trying to make is, I'm not, Krishna is saying is that you should get the divine level. It's like getting PhD. Arjuna, you should get PhD, but to get PhD, at least uh, past 10th, 12th standard at least. But if a person is in KG class, a boy is in KG class, a child is in KG class, we put him in PhD. He will neither get pass PhD, forget about passing PhD, he will not even pass KG class. He will be not be able to say A, B, C, D. What to speak of A plus B, the whole square is equal to A square plus 2AB plus B square. So gradually be the source of inspiration, be the source of inspiration to the child, and gradually take him from the KG class to first standard to 12th standard to 15th standard and 21st standard, and he becomes a good PhD. So Arjuna, you are here to take sannyas and do nothing. One should actually have a pure heart. And as long as one is not having pure heart, you should do what is pleasing to the Lord. You should do the yajna, you should do activities. So as long as the mind is not pure, it is full of lust, anger, and greed. We should engage in activities which is going to please Krishna, and that is called yajna. And by doing Nishtam Karma Yoga, by serving the saintly personalities, we do yajna, dan, tapa, and gradually, by the mercy of our consciousness, will be purified. And when the consciousness is purified in this chapter, again, Krishna says, you should aspire to inspire others. So the purified mind is set a good example, and be in Nishkam Karma Yoga and engage everybody else into Nishkam Karma Yoga. So Krishna is not saying don't take PhD. He's saying take PhD, but gradually help everybody to be a source of inspiration. Take one from KG class to KG class to 10th standard, 10th standard, 12th standard, 12th standard. Directly jumping from KG class to PhD, the child will be nowhere. वैमिश्रेण एव वाक्येन बुद्धिं महाया शिवमे तदेव निश्चित्य तेन श्रेयोऽहम् आप्नुयाम्. Tell me one good thing which I should do. I am getting confused. Krishna is saying no. So Krishna is saying that you should definitely have the divine knowledge, but for having the divine knowledge, you should mind should be purified, and for purifying the mind, you should do some activity, and at this time, fighting is the activity which will please me. And for us in Kalinga, in ISKCON, book distribution is the activity which will please Prabhupada and Krishna. And studying Prabhupada books is the activity which will please Prabhupada and Krishna. We should be engaged in that. And by doing this, we get the mercy of the Lord, and my heart becomes purified. And when the heart is purified, then divine knowledge will be established in our heart. Shri Bhagavan Vacha, once again, Vyasmani saying Shri Bhagavan Vacha. Shri means the most beautiful person, Bhagavan means the most powerful person, most important person, Vacha means says. The most beautiful, important person is speaking. So a very important person is speaking something very important and beautiful for us. So we should be very alert. We should have wrist tight and our backbone straight and hear carefully and stop doing any other activity and stop speaking any other thing and stop thinking anything and be focused, one pointed laser focus, and try to absorb what the Lord is saying, something important He is going to say, something beautiful He is going to say. Loki asmin jivita nishta pura proktamaya anaga jnana yogena sankyana karma yogena yogina. For getting this divine knowledge, there are two paths. One is the Gyan Yoga Marg and one is the Karma Yoga Marg. That has been done from the beginning of the creation. Loki asmin duvidanishta pura prokta maya. Oh, my dear Arjuna, you are sinless. I have told this. There are two classes of men try to get this divine knowledge. One through the service and one through the Gyan mark. But for going to the Gyan mark, one has to have a pure heart. And without pure heart, one cannot get into Gyan mark. But one who has got impure heart, one can indulge in Yashkam Karma Yoga, devotional service, and be purified and get into Gyan mark and get the divine knowledge. Na karma na nara Naishkarmayam Purusha Asmate Nacha Sanyasana Deva Siddhim Samadhi Gacchati. For getting sannyas, the mind should be pure, clean from lust, anger, and greed. And for a sannyasi, if you go to the forest and you be like a sannyasi, and you get a feeling that you have to drink tea and you have to watch television, you have to see Netflix, then that is not advisable. Because for a sannyasi, once he takes sannyas, his mind is pure, he is cut off from all the activities of this material world. As a sannyasi, if somebody watches television and says that I want to go back and see my son and daughter and wife, then it is not the right thing. Just by changing the dress, one does not become sannyas. It's not something external, it is internal. That does not lead to perfection. Nahi kachit sanam api jatu tishtati akarma kret karyati sarkarma sarprakriti jai guna. Just because one goes to the forest or changing the place or changing the dress does not make him becomes a sannyasi. For becoming a sannyasi, the mind should be pure. He should not have any material desires. One will be forced to, unless until the mind is pure, one will be forced by Satagun to do some studies. One will be forced to make money. If it's in Rajagun, one will be forced to fight. If it's one is in Tamagun. This is not expected from a sannyasi. And as long as the mind is not clear, one cannot refrain from activity, not for even a moment. So wait, don't rush to PhD. The time will come when gradually you can, inspire and take the student from KG class to 10th standard to 12th standard, post graduation to and PhD. Karmani indriyani samyamya yapaste manasa smaran indriya artan vipad atma mityachara sapuchyate. And if one is prematurely takes sannyas and then his mind starts saying, oh, I want to go home, I want to meet my wife and children, then world will laugh at him and says he's not sadachari, he's a mithyachari, he's not brahmachari, he's a vyabhichari. So one should be very careful that Arjuna, I'm not saying that you should not go to the forest. I'm saying you go to the forest, but before that, be prepared to go to the forest by purifying your mind. And for purifying mind, you do the activity which will please me, that is yajna. One who restrains the senses of action, but the mind dwells in object. Impure with the impure mind is called a mithyachari. Don't become a mithyachari. Don't become a vyabhichari. Become a sadachari. Become a real brahmachari. Yastav indriyani manasa niyama Niyamyarabate Arjuna Karmendriya Karmayogam Asakta Sam Visheshya. On the other hand, why don't you be like Yayati Maharaj? He was such a lusty person. He married one girl, then another girl, and then to please his wife, he used all of his youth and also exchanged his old age with his Engelson had such a lovely life. And But every day he was coming from Mangalarti, and but he was coming late in the Mangalarti, and he was giving donations, and he was serving the Vaishnavas. By doing Yajnatan Tapa, a stage came, he became gradually from Sakam Karmi, he became a Nishkam Karmi and become a true Paramahansa. It is better to be like that rather than be like Vishwamitra. He went to the forest, and by the tinkling sound of Manika, he started, gave up and got married to Manika and produced a child. And hearing that, Sobri Rishi went into the water in the land, there is problem. So in the water, Sobri Rishi went there and he saw two fishes kissing, and he went out of the water and he married 50 princes of Mandata. What is this? They were not in the proper. The mind was impure. So Arjuna, don't be a Nityachari, be a Sadachari. To purify mind, do some activity. And I'm saying to distribute books, I'm saying to say you fight the war. That will that will that will purify the heart. With the purified heart, definitely you go to the forest or you go to hell. Nothing will matter. नियतां कुरु कर्मां त्वं कर्मा जयवि अकर्मणा शरीर यत्रापि चाते न प्रसिद्ध्यत अकर्मणा. So to purify the mind, you do the prescribed duty. I'm saying for you at this time is to you have to fight the war. And for us, this is the time to study Prabhupada books and distribute Prabhupada books. For doing that is better than not working and take sannyas with with the impure mind. One cannot even maintain one's physical body without work. But a sannyasi with his pure mind can stay for 7 days, 7 nights without eating and sleeping. But you are not in that status. Huh? Oh Krishna, you are telling me to do some activity, and I know that by performing activities, we get on. No, Arjuna, activity is not the cause of bondage. It is the attachment. I'm working because I will get money and I will use it to make myself and my family happy. That is attachment. But I'm working, I will get money, and with this, I will serve Krishna and make devotees happy. That is no attachment. Activity is not cause of bondage. It's attachment. And that activity which is going to please Krishna and devotees is called yajna. Yajnata karmano anyatra lokayam karma bandhana tadam karma kaunteya muksanga samachara. That activity which is going to please, activity we have to perform, that activity which is going to please Krishna is will not be a cause of bondage. Rather, it will liberate us from bondage. Whereas that activity we do for our happiness, that will be a cause of bondage. Like a soldier, he is fighting under the authority and he is shooting bullets and killing the enemies.
क्या करो
Paramveer Chakra and
गाड़ी
medal
करनी है
and of bravery. Whereas he goes to the forest, wherever he goes to the village and he says that somebody has teased his son, and he takes a pistol and shoots one only bullet. And there's a court martial and there is a tough people. Previously, he got a gold medal award for
पढ़
bravery.
लिया तुमने में
He
से
got prison and court martial. The difference is not both the activities were same, but the difference is in the mood in which the activity was done. One was done for serving the nation under the authority, and another was done to for one's own benefit. So in this way, activity is not cause of bondage, Arjuna. Do activities to please Krishna, and that will lead to purification of heart. Oh Krishna, if one is not able to perform yajna that will please you, what should one do? Do
तो ये स्टैक 25
yajna,
ओके है
do yajna to do
तूने
yajna
चेक
to
कर लिया
please my representatives who are my
मेरे को नहीं पता तुम्हें
representatives
पता होगा
representative, they are demigods. Do yajna You are not able to, if one is not able to reach meet the Supreme Personality of Godhead,
इसमें तो
then he
टाइम
can
लगेगा मुझे
do
भरने में.
activities to please
फॉरवर्ड कर भी लूंगा तो
his representative
तुम्हें
like,
भेज दूंगा.
like
भर
the
के तुम्हें
demigods can
भर के
approach
तुम्हें
the
भेज दूंगा,
demigods
तुम भेज
and they
देना,
are
क्योंकि
approachable.
मैं भेजूंगा कैसे,
And
मेरे पास तो
that
कांटेक्ट ही नहीं है.
activity which is done as per the scriptures to please them is also a part of your Yagya Praja Shrishpa Puruvacha Prajapita Prajapita Yagya Praja Shrishpa Puruvacha Prajapati Anena Pradas Vishyavam Eshavo Astavishta Kamadu. In the beginning of the creation, the Lord of the creation sent the forth the generation of men and demigod along with the sacrifice, blessed by saying, be thou happy by Yajna. So if you want food, do Yajna. If you want shelter, do Yajna. You want clothes, you do Yajna. By pleasing that you will get food, clothes, and all the needs. Gradually, please the demigod who gives food, please the demigod who gives clothes, please the demigod who gives shelter, and you will get. Gradually, that demigod will upgrade you to the next level of demigod, to next level, and that demigod will take you close to Durga, and Durga will take you to Shiva, and Shiva will take you to Krishna. That's how one should engage oneself, and gradually from KG class to 5th standard to 10th standard, a day will come get into PhD. Devan bhavaya nena te deva bhavayantu va param bhavayan shreya bhavasyata. So gradually, if one does yajna, sacrifices the hard work, the result of his hard work. Suppose somebody he doesn't know whether there is God or not, but he does some donation for some for others. So for others, he gives food for the hunger people for 1 lifetime, 2 lifetime, 3 lifetime. Such a person for 10 lifetimes. It's mentioned in Padma Puran, such a person in 10 lifetimes if he's giving donation for the to the beggars and the hunger. So he will be made in this lifetime the worshipper of some demigod, like sun god in Egypt or something like and being a demigod worshipper for fire demigod worshipper or sun demigod worshipper, wind demigod worshipper for 3 lifetimes, the another 10 lifetimes, then he will be upgraded to become Durga's worshipper for 300 times in India. So he will do that for 1, 2, 3 lifetimes. Being a good Durga worshipper, Durga, they will upgrade him to Shiva's worshipper for 3 lifetimes, 1, 2, 3. And the third lifetime, Shiva will take him close to Krishna and will make him a Krishna Bhakta. So this upgradation goes on. By that is called a part of Yajna. So, oh Krishna, how will one get all his desires fulfilled? Yes, by pleasing the demigods gradually, the food, shelter, and clothes will be provided. Ishtan Bhoga. But if somebody is not is taking everything and not trying to please the demigods, then Ishtan Bhogan hi Bodhiva Dashyanti Yagya Bhavita Tedhatam Apara Ibhyo Yobhunte Sena Ebasa, that person will be a thief. Such, for example, we are using electricity, we are using the water, we are using the gas. So everything is provided by government, and we don't pay the tax, we don't pay the electric bill, we don't pay the gas bill, we don't pay the water bill. The government will provide more electricity. No, they will cut the electricity. They will cut the water connection. They will cut the gas collection there. So in this way, so he will be marked as a thief. This similarly, we are also taking sunlight, water, air, from the Lord, and whatever we give it to the Lord, if we don't, then we will be claimed like a thief. If we don't do yet, then we will be called as a thief. So we will say, oh, for so many years I've taken so many air water and sunlight, and I do not do that. What should I do? It will be very complicated. Which scripture to read? What you to do? The easiest and the simplest is just raise your hands and say, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this is a game which everybody can do and easily do. Ishtam Bhoga, but if we don't even do that, then it will be difficult. The electricity line will be cut. Our power to see will be cut. Our power to hear will be cut. Our power to breathe will cut. Our power to eat will be cut. Our power to walk will be cut. Our power to move the hands will be cut. And in this way, we should not take these things for granted. By doing yajna. But the devotees are so expert, they are expert in doing yajna that eating is also an yajna. Yajnasishta asino santo munchanti sarvakil visham unsneti agam papam ye pachanti atmakarana. Prabhupada said, my devotees will offer rasgulas to me and they will eat a rasgula and go back and back to Godhead. That eating is also an yajna. They offer it with love and honor with love. And by doing that, Krishna is pleased. Eating is that, walking is yajna, that talking is yajna, that sleeping is yajna. The devotees become expert in everything. Yajna Sister Asino Muncha, not only Yajna Sister Asino Muncha, it is Yajna Sister walking Santo, Yajna Sister talking Santo, Yajna Sister sleeping Santo. Whatever they do, eating, sleeping, or walking, talking, everything is actually they become expert. What to speak of devotees in Ekadashi, people do a lot of austerity. Devotees eat nice prasadam, he will go back and back to God. Eating also becomes Anna Bhavanti. For then when we do yajna, every our food, shelter, and clothes will be taken care. Anna Bhavanti Bhutani Parjanya Anna Samabhava Yajna Bhavati Parjanya Yajna Karma Samabhava. Whether it's Anna, whether it's food, whether it's clothes, whether it's shelter, Anna Bhavanti Bhutani or shelter Bhavanti Bhutani or clothes Bhavanti Bhutani. We have to do yajna. And devotees are so expert in doing India that eating, talking, everything is on India. So for them, automatically, food, clothes, shelter is given. Anna bhavani bhutani parjanya anna sambhava yajna bhavati parjanya yajna karma samabhava. Whatever is necessity, whether it's anna, whether it's clothes, whether it's shelter, anna bhavanti bhutani, clothes bhavanti bhutani, shelter bhavanti bhutani, or whatever it is, electricity bhavanti bhutani, everything provided if you do yajna. Uh, all the living entities subsides on grains, and this is produced by rain. Actually, we require food, so the body is strong. But the food comes from grains, and the grains comes from when there is rain, and rain comes when we do yajna. Where does yajna come from? And it's written in the scriptures. Karma Brahmo Bhavan Brahma Akshara Samudbhavan Tashmat Sarvatam Brahma Nityam Yajna Pratisthita. So all these things are mentioned in the scriptures. Whether what will be required, whether it's food, clothes, shelter, electricity, gas light, gas connection, water connection, everything is what we require. For that, we have to do yajna, and for the for activities which will please Krishna is called yajna. And where is it mentioned? It's mentioned in the scriptures. Nitya yajna pratisthita. In this way, it is we will be situated in acts of when we follow the scriptures, we will be established in acts of sacrifice. So gradually, which if one is not able to please Krishna, he should please Krishna's representative, and gradually from a good citizen, he becomes a worshipper of sun god, a fire god, and from that he becomes a worshipper of Durga Devi. From Durga Devi's worshipper, he becomes Shiva's worshipper, and from Shiva's worshipper, he becomes a Krishna's worshipper, and from Krishna's worshipper, he becomes a Nishkam Karma Yogi. Evam pravartitam chakram nanuvarta yatva yah agayurindra Rama Moksha Sajivita, and but if one is not doing yajna in this human lifetime, he is a very big sinner. Agayur and his sense gratifier, Indra Rama and his Moga is committing sin, but we should not commit sin. We should be a Moga, we should be Atma Rama, we should be Anaga, we should be sinless, we should be Krishna's sense gratifier, and we should be established in serving Krishna. Oh, in this way, a person who is given a human body, if he does not serve the government, he will be punished. So, in this human body, we have to follow rules and regulations. It's not for animals. Animals can cross the road even if it is red line, but human beings cannot do that. So human life becomes useless if it does not follow the rules and regulations. In this way, oh Arjuna, even if you have mind is purified, you should understand that you should be a source of aspire to inspire before you expire. There are people who don't know what is right, what are wrong. So people will don't know that getting up early in the morning is good. So get up early. You are such a brand ambassador. You are the most popular person in this world. You have got such a fan backing that even though I am the supreme personality of Godhead, you are more popular, Arjuna. Like we see cricket match. The captain is there, but sometimes another player becomes a man of the match and it becomes the favorite of many. Similarly, Arjuna was the man of Dwapar Yuga. He is the hero of Dwapar Yuga. He is what what he is doing is what people will do. So he was the man because he was the gold medalist of Dharmacharya Institute of Warfare, and the way he won the heart of Draupadi was people was like behind him. If Arjuna wears a goggle like this, the whole world will wear goggle like this. Amitabh Bachchan takes a pen like this, then the whole world takes pen. If Sachin Tendulkar makes a t-shirt like this, everybody take the t-shirt. Arjuna was the man. So Krishna is saying, Arjuna, if you get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, the whole world will get up 4 o'clock. The Hastinapur will get up to that. Forget of Hastinapur, the whole Brahman, except for, I think, Duryodhan, everybody will get up. यस्तव आत्मरति एव आशाद आत्मतृप्त च मानव आत्मान्येव सन्तुष्ट तस्य कार्यं न विद्यते. For a person who takes pleasure in human life, then whose human life becomes takes pleasure in Krishna, pleasing Krishna, then his human life is successful. And for such a person, there is no duty to do. For example, a person who is working for his own family, he has to work hard, earn salary. But a person works for nation, and the nation will give him an award, and he becomes the man of the nation. And they say that from today, your clothing, from today, your clothing, your shelter, and your all needs will be taken care by the government. He is not working for money. Government is giving him everything what he needs. He is citizen. Like I am a citizen. You are a citizen. But he has done so much for the nation. That nation is now saying that we will take care of your. He is the man of the nation. He is the man of the nation. Similarly, Krishna says, if he pleases Krishna, he becomes man of God. God will take care of all his needs. He will not do anything for his food, clothes, and shelter. But for others who is not man of nation, they should at least work for their family. नैव तस्य कृतयनातो नाकृतिनिह कश्चन नाच्चस्य सर्वभूतेषु कश्चित् अर्थव्यपाश्रया. For the man of a nation, he does not want to get money for paying the electricity bill because the nation is going to pay for him. For his food, the nation is going to pay for his food. Similarly, God will take care of every needs. Similarly, God is going to take care of it. Not he has to depend on any minister or anything. The nation will take care. Similarly, तस्मादासक्त सततं कार्यं कर्म समाचर आसक्त हि आचरण कर्म परम आप्नोति पुरुषः. Therefore, be a man of God. Be a man of God. Not a man of creation is just an example. Be a man of God. Then don't get attached to the activity. Just do what activities will bring. If Krishna is pleased by Kurukshetra Lila, do Kurukshetra Lila. If Krishna is pleased by Ras Lila, do Ras Lila. If Krishna is pleased by book distribution Lila, do book distribution Lila. If Krishna is pleased by book studying Lila, Prabhupada book studying Lila, do Prabhupada book studying Lila. And don't be attacked by doing that for pleasing Krishna and not being attached, we will achieve success. For Krishna, you are saying, don't be attached, don't be attached, don't be attached, don't be attached. Set a good example, set a good example. Is there some good examples for such personalities? Yes, in Trita Yuga, Janak Maharaj was a Paramahansa. His mind was purified. He did not go to jungle. He's better than any sannyasi. He is a Paramahansa. His mind is purified, but still he got up every day in Mangal Arti and chanted 60 rounds. He did Tulsi Parikrama and he attended Bhagavad class. In the evening, Bhagavad Gita class. He worked 8 hours a day and used to go sleep early. Seeing him, the whole Sitamadi and Janipur, everybody was attending Mangal Arti. Nobody missed because he was setting an example. Inspire. Aspire to inspire before you expire. People have information. How to become Paramahansa? Information, thoughts, everything will be there. How to become fat? Everything will be there. But how to become thin? 5 minutes, everything will be there. Even a 2-year-old boy and girl will give all the information. How to become thin? We'll say you eat fruits till 12 o'clock in the afternoon and go for a walk at 6 o'clock in the morning and get up at 5:30 in the morning. When it is 5:30 in the morning, the boy will be sleeping. When it's 6:30 in the morning, the boy is sleeping. Till 12 o'clock, he's sleeping. What this boy requires is a mentor, a coach, an inspiration. Information is there, but there is no inspiration for getting that transformation. Arjuna, you become that inspiration. कर्मान एव हि संसेदे आस्तित जनक आदया लोक संग्रहापि संपश्यान कर्तुम अर्हसि. Janak Maharaj, he was a perfect soul, he was a pure soul, but he remained among the people to inspire people to get that transformation. They had the information. He was the information to bring that transformation in Sitamadi and Janakpura. Yadyad acharati shreshtas tatteva itara jana sayat pramanam kurte lokas tanuvartate. Everybody knows what is good or bad, but everybody wants to do the good, but they are forced to do bad. But Arjuna, information is there. You become the inspiration to bring that transformation. Whatever great people will do, the common people will do. You become that inspiration to wake everybody at 4 o'clock. You get up at 4 o'clock, following you. Everybody will get up. The whole of whole of the Hastinapur, whole of the Bharat, whole of the Brahman will get up. You do the needful. You become that inspiration. Don't just speak big things. Walk your talk and talk your walk. That is what is required at this stage. We have information, enough information. We are staying in the time of information technology. We don't want information. We want inspiration. What to speak of Janak Maharaj and what to speak of. I myself every day get up in at 4 o'clock in Dwarika, because if I don't get up people will also not get it. People don't do what we say. People do what we do. Child does not do what parents say. The child will do what the parents do. If the parents get early in the morning, the child will get early. Child will not do. So, name patasti kartavyam trishu lokeshu kinchana nanatam avaptavyam varta eva cha karmani. And that's no work prescribed from me. I will not do anything, but to set a good example, I am getting up early. So that people will get up. Today, the whole Dwarika is getting up early because I get it. Yadihi aham na varteyam jatu karmani atingrita mama vartamani vartante manusha sarvasa. And if I don't get up, and the whole Dwarika will not get up, and I will be setting a bad example. Siddheyorime lokana puryam karma chedaham sankarasya cha kartasyam upahanyam ima praja. And when I do set a bad example, then everybody will follow that bad example, and with their impure mind, which is not getting pure, they will go into more impurity. And in this way, they will indulge in illicit sex, meat eating, and gambling, and more unwanted children will be born. Oh, Krishna, agreed. We should do activities. But Janak Maharaj is acting, and he is a pure soul, and there is others who are acting, who are impure soul. What is the difference? I will tell you, I will tell you. Satta karmani abid ansho yata kurvanti bharata kurya vidam stata satta chikishu loka sangraham. Your soul, he knows that he works, but he works without attachment. He works to set an example. He works to please Krishna. There is an ignorant person. He is working. He is getting up. He's working for his family, he's working for himself, he's working to get money. There is a difference. But gradually, when he sees that pure soul is giving donation, he will also give donation. Pure soul is giving donation to get please Krishna, but he is giving donation to get name, fame, and in this way, gradually, a impure soul becomes a pure soul. A papi becomes a karmi becomes a karma kandi becomes sakam karmi, and sakam karmi gradually becomes nishkam karmi, and by nishkam karma, he becomes to nishkam karmi, from nishkam karmi, one becomes a karma. So that is needed from KG class, take 1 to PhD. Information is there, be that inspiration. Na buddhi vedam jana yad ajnana karma sanginam joshayat sarva karmani vidvan yukta samachara. So those who are not a pure soul, don't disturb them. Tell them, don't give too much information. So cigarette smoking is bad for health, getting up late is bad. Be that inspiration and gradually. Don't different them. Be that inspiration gradually. Bring the child. Don't tell the child, go do PhD, do PhD. No, help him to pass KG class, then junior KG, then senior KG, then nursery, then first standard, then 10th standard, then 12th standard, then master, and they will come, he will or she will get PhD. Be that inspiration. Don't disturb them by giving too much information. Everybody has too much information. And the pure soul knows that he is not doing anything. If he is studying, it is because the Sattva Guna is helping him to study. If he is earning money, it is Rajaguna which is helping make money. And if he is breaking something and destroying something, then it is Samaguna doing that. But fool does not know. He said, I'm studying because I worked hard. I am a rich man because I worked hard. And if somebody says that I destroyed the Twin Tower because I am the man. No, the Tamagana made you mad. So in this way, a person who is attached, ignorant, he thinks that he is the doer, whereas a person who is he knows that by Krishna's mercy, I'm speaking. By Krishna's mercy, I'm walking. By Krishna's mercy, I'm talking. And by Krishna's mercy, I'm hearing. Krishna's mercy, I'm doing. I'm getting money. And if the mercy is not, I will not be able to open my mouth. If the mercy is not, I will be able to, walk, talk, or move my hands. I will not be able to breathe. Krishna's mercy is there. प्रकृति क्रियमाणानि गुण कर्माणि सर्वस अहंकार विमलात्मा कर्तारमिति मन्यते. Whereas the ignorant fool thinks that he is doing everything. I did this, I earned so much money, I got PhD, I studied hard, but I got it. If Satoguna was not there, then you would have not even opened your books. I was in Bilaspur. The train was getting late. So I saw the other side, there was a small boy, and he was pushing the train, and it was in the other line, and the train was started moving, and he started shouting, "Ma, ma, I am pushing the train," and the train started moving. So the child is thinking the train is moving because he is pushing, but the others were laughing, who were learners. He said, "No, the train is moving because the engine driver started the engine, and the engine is pulling the train." So similarly, pure devotee knows that we are doing something because the Krishna has been merciful, and that's Prakriti, Satoguna, the Tilguna, Tamaguna is doing everything. Okay, Tattvavid, that's such a learner person. Tattvavid tu Mahabhava Guna Karma Vibhaga Yo Guna Guneshu Vartante Iti Matva Sajayate. A person who knows everything, he will do everything to please Krishna. He will not do anything to please himself or his senses. And in this way, he works in devotion, and he tries to please Krishna. Prakrite guna samman mudo sajjante guna karmashu tana Krishna vido mandan Krishna bina vichal layat. But the ignorant person bewildered by the material nature engages material. I want more money, I want more money, I want more money. But the wise person will be very careful. He just becomes a source of inspiration, and and gradually he seeing the man in knowledge, those who are not in knowledge will also get up from Mangala. He becomes a doctor, but he becomes a doctor rishi. He becomes an engineer, he becomes an engineer rishi. He becomes a director, but is a director rishi. Just by seeing a devotee who is a doctor and a devotee, he becomes a doctor devotee, engineer devotee. So other engineers become engineer devotees, chartered accountant devotee. So this is the way we in the society and bring the change in the society. Don't disturb them by giving too much information. Be the inspiration to bring the transformation in that engineer or the doctor, the chartered accountant. This is needed. Then the dharma will yada yada dharma se glanirvavati will happen. Mai sarvani karmani san yasyatmachetasa nirasi nirmama bhutva tasva vigata svara. Therefore, now you set an example. You do what will please me. You set an example. You think that by running to the forest you will face, you sacrifice that thought of yours and let people know to please Krishna. Arjuna sacrifice his sense gratificationary thoughts and is into the battle to please Krishna, even though he did not want. Just by doing that, everybody will say, even I will give up my personal needs and interest, and I will, like Arjuna, do what will please interest Krishna. You be the source of inspiration to bring that transformation. Just information. Everybody knows smoking cigarette is bad for health. The father tells the child smoking, while smoking, he's smoking and saying, "My dear son, smoking cigarette is bad for health." The eldest son, he smokes cigarette and he says, My dear younger brother, smoking cigarette is bad for her. Don't smoke. And the younger son, brother takes a cigarette and says, my dear friend, smoking cigarette is bad for her. My elder brother is so good. He is smoking but telling me not to smoke. So in this way, there is a parampara which speaks but does not do. No more information. Bring the transformation. ये मे मतमिदं नित्यम् अनुतिष्ठन्ति मानवा शतमान्तानो सूयन्तो मुञ्चन्ति ते अपि कर्मभिः. So a person who is totally pure in has a knowledge, he actually does all the activity without any envy. Oh, how come you got so much money? Bala uska kameez mere kameez se safed kaise? How come his clothes are more whiter than mine? Arey Baba, Krishna gave him a super ring extra power wala, and he's got it. And Krishna at least gave him a ring so that my clothes will be clean. So he's not into envy. He's not envious. ये तव एतादभ्यासुन्यन्तो नानुतिष्ठन्ति मे मतम् सर्वज्ञानविमूढांस्तान् विलीनांस्तान् अचेतसाम्. So we should become the source of information and try to help those who are unfortunate, make them fortunate. And Prabhupada did that. Prabhupada made this research Chinese Muni Japanese to Japan and made Anandi happy. So gradually help them. Don't give information and be that inspiration and inspire them, make them bring them to the process. Otherwise, the bewildered fool will be ruining his life and his precious human process time in this human body. सादृश्यं चेस्तते स्वस्य प्रकृतिर्ज्ञानमनपि प्रकृतिं भूतानि निग्रह किं करिष्यति. Even a man of so one should of knowledge should act according to his nature. Our nature is to be a servant and uh, and uh, and we should not try to become a master. Our nature is to become, we are das, and we should become perfect das, das. Indriyas, indriyas arte raga desha vyavastito teyorna vasamagache ta'i asya paripanti no. So gradually, no, the scriptures are trying to elevate a sinner to become a good citizen, and good citizen to become a donor, and a good donor to become, Sakam Karma Yogi, to Sakam Karma Yogi to Niskam Karma Yogi. So gradually, try to be the inspiration to uplift the people's consciousness from animal consciousness to Krishna consciousness. That requires inspiration, and Prabhupada did that. Oh Krishna, can I want this divine knowledge, but can I give up my Kshatriya Dharma fighting and just be like a Brahmana and study books and get divine knowledge? No. Krishna says, no. Can an engineer become a musician, a CA become a diamond polisher, carpenter become a doctor? No. Parshuram became a Kshatriya, Vishwamitra became a Brahmana, Dronacharya also tried that. But that's not the right thing. Shreyan Swadharma Viguna Paradharma Swa Anustita Swadharme Nidanam Shreya Paradharma Bhayabara. Our nature is to become servant, das, and Krishna is the supreme enjoyer. Bhaktaramika tapasa. Karma karasa. We can become. But if we try to become enjoyer, then it will be very, very horrible. Paradharma, ayovara. It's Krishna's dharma, be an enjoyer, and our dharma is to become a servant. If we try to become an enjoyer, it will be very, very horrible. Oh Krishna, I know what is correct, what is wrong. I know smoking cigarette is bad, but still I feel like smoking. I know getting up late is bad, but still I'm getting up late. I know that eating meat is wrong, but I feel like eating meat. I don't know, but I know what is wrong, what is correct, but I'm forced to do wrong. Yeah, this is what everybody knows what is wrong at that. There is information in that. We require the inspiration until. What is that force which is driving us to do wrong, Krishna? Arjuna Vacha Atakena Yam Papam Charati Pucha Anchena Pi Bashneya Bhakti Palyojita. Oh Krishna, you're from a very great lineage of Vishnu, King Vishnu, Vishnu Bashneya, you are a Bashneya. You do all the good things, but you know what is good and you are doing what is good, but we are forced bad things. Why? Atakena prayukta. I know what is wrong, I know what is bad, but I'm forced to do what is wrong and what is bad. I, I am not able to, I know everything, but I know cigarette smoking is bad for health. I am smoking. What is that force which is dragging me to do this? What a beautiful question that's asking. And Sri Bhagwan Vacha, Sri Bhagwan Vacha means, Sri Bhagwan Vacha means beautiful, important person. Is going to speak something beautiful, important. Uh, very good. And Krishna says that that is the way who is trying to put us, take us to the wrong path. Sri Bhagwan Vacha, it is lust, it is growth, which is coming from the mode of passion, which is forced. It is the greatest of the destroyer. It is the greatest of the sin, and it is the greatest of the enemy. Arjuna, Kaurava is not our enemy. If we say Krishna is our enemy, then we are in the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita. If we say Pakistan is our enemy, we are in the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita. We will be disturbed. If we say Russia is our enemy, then we are in the first chapter of the Bhagavad Gita and we will be disturbed. If we say that my relatives are my enemy, then we are in the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita. We are disturbed. Krishna did not say Pakistan, Asia, China, Asia, militants, Samudbhava, Mahashano, Mahapatma, Vidinam, Bairinam. Krishna said it is lust and anger. It's the enemy. The enemy is not in enemy is not outside. The enemy is inside. And Krishna will point out where the enemies are. Dhume na avrite vanir yato adrisho malena cha yato vena vrito garbha tata etandan avrit. The enemy is inside. Enemy is inside. Like the lust is in every living entity, in the animals, in the birds, the human beings. Like the fire is covered by smoke. Like the mirror is covered by dust. Like the womb of a mother, the child is there. It is the embryo is covered by many layers of flesh. So and blood. So the degree of lust is different in different living entities. Human beings, they have lust, but it is very less, and that's why by blowing a little air, the smoke will go and the fire will be seen. But the animals, they have lust little more, but we have to put more effort to clean the. By blowing the dustbin on the mirror will not go. We have to put more effort, and to understand the child whether it's moving or not moving, it is very difficult to understand. So trees and plants also have lust, but it is very uh, it's we cannot understand. The quantity of lust is more. They are more into. And don't think that fulfilling the lust desires of lust, the lust will go away. If I eat ice cream, my desire for ice cream will go. If I if I like there was a philosopher, he said that sambhog to samadhi, from sex to bliss. So this is strong. If somebody indulges in sex and after 2-3 days again the urge to have sex will come. It is like the fire is burning, and if you put petrol in that for 2 minutes, the fire will subside. But again, the fire will flame with more fury. So the best thing is keep the petrol away and keep the fire away. So that is what we have to do. That somebody to somebody or lust to lust is not the right thing. Just keep the uh, fire and the petrol fire and the ghee away. It will happen. Mindriyani manobuddhir asyadhistanam uchate ete vimohayati esha jnanam avritete hina. Understand that uh, the the dead matter is dead matter does not have power. Senses are more powerful than the dead matter. From greater than the senses is the mind. Greater than the mind is powerful than mind is intelligent. Powerful than intelligence is powerful than wisdom is soul, and powerful than soul is super soul. But when we are connected, when we are not connected with God, small image in YouTube or mobile phone will pull the eyes, and uh, uh, tasty food will pull the tongue, and small smell of some flower perfume will drag us towards that person, and a small sound of ankle bulb will drag towards that man, toward the lady. So that is if we are not connected with God. But if you are connected with the God, the senses will not get deviated, because the senses is controlled by the mind, and the mind is controlled by the intelligence, and intelligence is controlled by the ahankar. I am Das of Krishna, not Das of Maya. And the soul is, because that happens because the soul is having power. But that will, to begin that, we should keep the mind away. We should keep ourselves away from the object of senses, fire away from the ghee. Indriyani, gradually the fire will reduce. The ghee is not good. Indriyani parani ahur indravya param manastu para buddhi yo buddhi paratasmut sahar. So in this way, one can gradually bring the enemy of lust, which is in eyes, nose, and mind, down, down, down. Evam buddhe param buddhva samstabhya atmana jahi shatru mahabhavo kama rupena surasadam. Knowing oneself to be the soul and the master of intelligence and mind, one should take power from the super soul and be established in Krishna consciousness, be established in Krishna consciousness, and by the power of divine knowledge, one should cut and fight and kill the enemy called as lust. And to get that divine knowledge, start doing some book distribution, some Nishkam Karma, that activity which will please Krishna. At that time, it was Krishna was pleased by doing Kurukshetra Leela, so Arjuna did Kurukshetra Leela. Now it is Kali Yuga, Krishna is pleased by book distribution Leela and studying Leela, Prabhupada, book studying Leela, so we should do that. And please Prabhupada. And gradually our consciousness will be uplifted by Krishna's mercy, and one day we all will become Paramahansa. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So any question at this stage? You start for everybody. Start.